Hello and welcome back to another episode on the channel by me, TheWiseJames, the wisest James of them all. Just going to be doing a reaction video to some of the migrant problems in the UK today. Specifically, I'm going to be watching Wesley Winter. I have done a few videos on this guy before. I've actually done a video on him at the Epping protests. I said there was a new video up 10 hours ago. This will be the ones. Yep, so here we go. Let's get into it. Let's do it. I'm just making sure it isn't the same video I've already watched. But no. He uploaded this 10 hours ago, so it can't be.
They're aggressive. Trans flag is on me. Mate, go away.
Save our kids! Save our kids! Save our kids! Your country belongs to us now, boy! It's not a race issue. This is a cultural issue.
Who are you? Every one of you is Mohammed.
Move! Nazi scum!
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? Legend.
Nazi scum!
In the last video, a protest calling for the Bell Hotel to close, where illegal migrants are being housed, ended with counter-protesters getting egged and escorted out by police.
No, she said they're all open.
If you want to watch that video, that's also on Wes's channel. Wesley's channel. And I also have a reaction to those videos on my channel. Some of my most successful videos, actually.
Cool, if they're local, why don't they walk out? Exactly. They're all getting buses.
But throughout the week, protests continued, keeping pressure on the hotel to close.
Local residents don't want this on their doorstep. They don't want to think that their children have to go out and be abused, sexually abused by people that come to this country. They don't know their background.
We are a small town, and these immigrants, nothing wrong with them, I get it, but the majority of them are males. You put animals amongst men. In their country, in their culture, they have no respect for women. They don't have the same values that we have. And they've just put it's almost like an experiment, if you will. You know, you have other countries who have problems with snakes. So they put wolves into it.
This area's got a lot of attention now, but is it important that you guys keep it local? Like, is a local protest you
I
don't
think that's
get?
impossible now.
I don't think it's an experiment, sadly, lads. What it is, it's that the UK government needs to... that they believe that the most important thing is growth. So as long as the country is growing, they don't care about anything else. They really don't care about anything else because they can always say, oh, well, our economy is growing. Our economy is growing. Because they're a bunch of idiots, right? They think that's that's the thing. They think that's the only thing that matters is growth. So when the country isn't growing, they pile a load of illegal migrants into the country to produce some growth. It's fake growth. It's like I'm wearing stilts and saying that's how tall I really am. That's what the UK government does with growth and illegal migration. And the people who benefit the most from the illegal migration, it's the wealthy elite who are getting cheap labour.
I think that's impossible. It's been on every media outlet, on whatever.
And with Stand Up to Racism and several news reports claiming the protests are organised by the far right and calling for refugees to be welcomed, another counter-protest was planned. Join me.
Mate, you're not welcome here.
What do you mean about a train station?
You're not welcome here.
You're not
Not welcome here. He is welcome anywhere he wants to go. It's a public.
You're on the
welcome
wrong side
here.
of the demonstration.
I'm just here to film. I'm just here to film.
Yeah, I understand that, but you're not welcome to film here.
Oh, of course I'm.
She can't stop him filming there. It's a fucking public place. How come some people think they can get a high vis on and suddenly they think they're a police officer? Like, she's just another member of the public like him. She has no right to tell him what to do in a public area.
I'm at a bloody station. What are you on about?
I said you're not welcome.
Part of the demonstration.
I'm here just to film, document the protest.
No,
Yeah.
You can
go over that way.
Oh, I can stand my way. Don't tell me
He can do whatever he wants, you fucking bitch. Fuck off.
where to go. Whatever.
Film where he wants.
Can he?
Of course I can.
That's how it works.
Paul? These two.
Good.
Paul! Get him, Paul! Get him!
This is Paul Sillett, described by some online as a paid protester, regularly seen at demonstrations across the country. He actually tried stopping me from interviewing at a protest last year, but I had no idea who he was. Here he is again, marching under the United Against Fascism banner, and in this clip, saying he doesn't care about child grooming.
I don't give a step about child grooming. I don't give a step about child grooming.
According to the SIA register, he's licensed as a door supervisor, which gives him no authority in public spaces.
He has no authority, of course, no authority. He's literally some random dude in a high vis who thinks he has more power than you, yes.
What's on, mate? We're at the train station, mate.
No. So what? I don't care. We know you are, so go there. You're not welcome here.
What, on a public train, on a public park, mate?
Off you go. Off you go.
Off you go where, mate?
Far right.
Just filming, and he's
There's a bit of...
It is come to
How do these guys see Wesley as the far right? I mean, don't get me wrong, he's in amongst the far right crowd. He's filming the far left, but the reason these left people identify him as right is because a load of trans people have, like, harassed him, and they identify as the left, so they've identified him as the right, so the rest of the group has gone, well, he must be right-wing then. He must be right-wing then. Because they've never heard of a fucking centrist before, have they? Bellends. I mean, what is really right-wing about Wesley? Does he want to put, like, the Tories in charge? Like, what?
Sticky situation whereby if you are not with this group,
Sure.
there are conditions in place for today.
Right, but we are...
No, there is not conditions in place today. You are not the police. Go fuck yourself, you left-wing cunts. This is what I get so annoyed at, that, like, all the right-wing cunts think this lot is me. And all this lot think I'm right-wing because you just don't know what a centrist is. You all think you're either on this side or the other side because you're fucking mugs. Absolute mugs.
Just literally out of the train station, obviously, and I'm just standing
you're
here.
associated with the other side.
I'm not associated with anyone, I'm independent.
He's the press. He's a journalist. Independent.
He's not. We know.
He just makes stuff up as he goes along, so I wouldn't take much from him.
Well,
what's my name, mate? You said I'm far right. What's my name? What's my name, then?
The picture for posterity.
Mate, I've got you on there as well.
can I ask
So.
you to give them some space?
Of course, but they didn't just come up to me, so obviously, you know.
Well, I think they've come up with this.
What's your side, then?
Off you go.
Police liaison.
We all remember you.
There's not just one person saying that they've seen you before.
Well, that's because I document protests like other guys with cameras, so... You know.
Yeah, but that's what's causing the issue.
What the fuck is the police doing having a go at Wes here? They've just tried to remove him from a public area, and the police is now fucking helping him. That's his badge number there, CE, Charlie Echo 399. Fucking put a complaint in about that cunt. You do not take sides in a political protest, you police officer. He should be sacked. That's an instant dismissal, that is. Instant dismissal. Get him fucking sacked.
I'm sure you're aware of that, but thank you for your participation.
Yeah, but obviously I can't stand outside a train station, rightly so.
Outside the train station, yeah.
Yeah, I
just
mean...
give them some space.
Of course, they don't need to come up to me, though.
Just give him some space. You mean like when they got up in his face, putting their hands up in front of his camera and shit? Fucking... Did he tell them to give him some space? No. So he's taken a side here. He has taken a side here. That's Charlie Echo 399. That's his badge number.
Train station, rightly so.
He's a police liaison officer who was at the Epstein protests, whenever this was. That's not impartiality. That is not impartiality. He has chosen a side. He has enforced no law on someone and not applied that same logic to other people. I would sack this officer. I would sack him. He would never be allowed to work in public service ever again.
Train station, yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
give them some space.
Of course, they don't need to come up to me, though.
Like I said, there's conditions
You go over there.
They're abiding by their conditions we're putting in place.
Yeah, sure. But if they don't bother me, I won't bother them. So
No, but it doesn't make it easier.
Yeah.
So,
you come up to me, mate. So
Bothering me.
so we won't talk
your face bothers me then. You mug. Absolute mug.
Why are you hiding it?
I can't stand liars, me. Fucking... And that police officer was just dumb. He just accepted the bullshit. At least he's watching. Look at him. He's watching. Little pervert.
Why are you hiding it?
Go on, mate. What's your name? What do you off you go?
Intimidated here. Yeah, we are.
No,
That's fine.
Your colleague literally...
they were walking off and you've...
Come over to them.
Exactly, mate. Stop being...
Well, they were leaving.
Oh, finally, now he fucking stands up for the other guy. Officer 399, you shouldn't fucking be an officer, you cunt. You're supposed to be impartial. You were only impartial when someone was about to get punched. What a prick.
It's about a bloody station, mate. Stop being an idiot.
Don't interact. That's all good. Thank you.
It's not all good, you were just impartial. And you're supposed to be a police officer, not a fucking left-wing security guard, Bellend. Officer Charlie Echo 399, Bellend.
Cheers, you gotta be fair, officer. Come on.
Yeah, that was fair, because I see you...
No, it wasn't fair. You moved him away and took their side of the story when they were harassing him. You fucking mug. Sergeant Cunt. That's what it says there. It says Sergeant Cunt.
You were, when I spoke to you, you were moving off.
All right.
And I respect that.
All right, there we go.
I'm not here to be one-sided.
Exactly, I know.
But you were one-sided, weren't you?
Likewise.
He didn't gather the information. He didn't check the intel. He just believed what this random woman told him and then went and tried to hold it against a random man. He didn't check. He just believed what the woman said. That is not impartiality. And now he's looking back over thinking, fuck, what did I just do? Yeah, Charlie Echo 39, Sergeant Hunt, or should I say cunt, you bellend.
I'm just here to film, you know. My presence bothers them, you know. Emotional people, what can you do?
Up and down the coast.
You can laugh, Wes. That's what you can do. You can fucking laugh, and you can document it, and you can embarrass them on the internet. Cheers.
Violent attacks which saw arson attacks on asylum seeking and Asian communities and all immigrant communities harassed.
So guys, we do have the journalists behind us. Obviously it's going to be a big publicity in the press today. All the UK press is here, but you've just seen how aggressive these people can get when you're actually talking to them. They have all their security all fully funded, as you can tell, and people have travelled obviously from different parts of London just to be here. But let's see what happens down at the Bell.
Few more people this way, please. So, firstly, well done to all of you for working so hard.
Where would you like me to stand, mate?
You can move it a little bit.
Just here is okay? Is here all right, officer? Is this all right?
You can move it a little bit.
I mean...
Just move. Yeah, just a little bit move. Move. I said I move.
I'm in a public place.
Okay, just...
On a pavement here, mate, so what's the big
The
deal?
problem is here, they are in a public place.
What is going on here? How have we got this random fucking twat and this other bald twat thinking they have the power of a police officer and can move members of the public? You're not a fucking bouncer. You know, if you're at a nightclub and some bouncer throws you out, it's because he has the law, he has the right to throw you off the premises. You don't have the right to tell anyone what to do in public, you cunts. Bold number 1 and boldy number 2. You have no right to tell anyone what to do. No right. You're not at a nightclub. You're not a bouncer. This is a public area and the street. It doesn't matter who you think you are, what protest you think you're doing. You do not have the right to lay your hands on this man. Like, he should punch you. He should fucking punch you.
Right.
By filming, we're not talking.
You can't move them along, sir.
See, the police officer even agrees. You can't move them along. Thank you.
I'm not touching you.
He says he's not touching him. Did he touch him? Let's have a look. Did he lie?
Just move. Move. Yeah, just little bit.
I think he touched him.
Move. Move. I said I move.
That looks like he's touching him, but I can't see that he's touching him.
In a public place.
Okay, just
On a pavement here, mate, so what's the big
The
deal?
problem is here, they are in a public place. That's right.
By filming.
You lot have provoked them, you twats. By filming is not a provocation. If you don't want to be filmed, don't be in a public area. You're literally on street cameras, on the train station camera, outside the entrance to this train station. You're on cameras in cars driving past. The police have cameras on. Oh, but when Wes walks past with a camera, he's provoking you. Fuck off.
We're not even talking.
You can't move them along, sir. I'll have a chat.
I'm not touching you. 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 I'm not touching you.
Listen, I'll have a chat if you like. You get filming. You're not in any bother.
Mate, we won't bother you if you don't bother us. We're just standing here. Yeah. Not here to cause trouble, mate. Just a journalist.
It's okay. You can film from this side.
Okay. Alright, guys. So as you see behind me, all the Stamp to Racism crowd have arrived now. There's a lady on the speaker who's saying it's not local mums. They believe it's fascists who've come out onto the streets today. Obviously, we'll try and speak to...
Isn't like trying to silence journalists fascism? That's what a fascist does, is they would try to silence a journalist. And they've just tried to silence a journalist, which is fascism.
Both sides already have got a bit of backlash just by being here and filming, not even asked a question yet. So we'll see how we get on, guys. But we're just outside Epping Station waiting for it all to start.
Okay, let's look at this. Right? Fascism meaning. Okay? Fascism is a far-right, authoritarian, ultra-nationalist political ideology characterized by dictatorial power, forcible suppression of the opposition. Forcible suppression of the opposition. That's the line there. Forceful suppression of the opposition, right? That's the fucking line right there. That is what counts as fascism, is forceful suppression of your opponents. So if you put your political opponents in jail, if you don't allow the media to print stories about your opponents because it's helping them, or you try to use the media to suppress them, like if you try and suppress anyone in this world, like when a trans person tells me I can't call them a man because they identify as a woman, that is suppressing. That is suppressing me. That is forcibly suppressing me, right? Which is heterophobia, by the way. So that is fascism. When these cunts are sitting here saying, stand up against fascism, and they're trying to silence that Wes when he's walking past, they're trying to, suppress him from being able to do what he's doing, that's fascism. Trying to hold up your hand to the camera, that's also fascism. You're trying to suppress them. That's fascism, you cunts. Does not understand what fascism is. Don't get me wrong, there's lots of fascism, but one of the main elements, the main parts of fascism, is suppressing people. Not allowing them to have their voice, not allowing them to say what they want to say. That is fascism. And that's what these cunts were doing to Wes. Just there. And they're holding up a sign against fascism. Hey, you noticed here they're against fascism and Islamophobia and anti-Semitism, but none of these people are protesting about the persecution of British people in mental health wards who are being tortured. No, they don't give a fuck about that, do they? They care more about some guy coming over on a boat, having, free rights to go and work for Just Eat. They don't care about Barbara, who has 3 kids in a mental health ward, being forced injections against her will, and they call it medical treatment. But they know it won't cure her. They know it won't help her. They're just experimenting. But you lot don't care about that, do you? Some kids on a boat is far more important than some mother being tortured, isn't it? You far left funnies piss me off. I can't stand the far right associating me with these wankers sometimes.
Proper journalist here, mate. You ain't a proper journalist, so off you go, right?
Why did you say that, mate? Are you a proper security?
I'm talking to you. Yeah, I am.
Why are you getting...
Oh, he's having an argy-bargy wedge. He's having an argy-bargy.
So off you go. What do you mean off you go? I'm just standing here, mate. What do you mean off I go? I'm just standing here.
Bye.
That's fascism, by the way. He's trying to suppress him. He's trying to suppress the press. That is fascism.
Bye, mate.
Bye.
What are you doing, mate?
He's a fascist. He's a fascist. That is fascism. That's fascism. I don't care what anyone says. Trying to suppress the press is fascism.
Gas chambers, mate.
Gas chambers? So what is he? I'm a Nazi. Check his security. Is he even a proper security?
He's allowed to film. Come on.
This guy's just
offended.
But what are we doing?
I was just filming.
But what are you doing as well?
How can he walks up to people and provokes them and then claims they are provoking everyone else? Is he thick, or is he just pretending to be dumb? He must be pretending to be this thick, and he does this because he thinks it's funny and he gets paid for it. Like, we already know he gets paid for this. So he goes around and provokes people and then pretends that he's the one who's provoked. I see.
I'm just filming. This is
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah. Harassment here, mate. He's well, what's he doing? I'm just standing. He's putting his hands out at me.
I know. Let's act like adults. Come on.
Look how pissed they all look. This guy's in a stab vest. Honestly, what is going through his head?
We can sort this out. He's allowed to film. You're allowed to.
I don't think it was an adult.
All right.
There you go, mate. There's the law.
That's the fascism again. There comes the fascism. Look, I'm not being funny, everyone, but if you try and silence people, it's fascism. And if you try and silence someone, it is literally fascism. There's nothing around it. You try and silence the press, fascism. You try and silence the people, fascism. You try and stop people saying what they want to believe, fascism. You can disagree with these people, that's fine. But you can't try and stop them from saying it.
There is causing aggro. The head steward is causing aggro. He's got his little mates around him. He's got little mates around him.
I feel threatened now.
He feels threatened. You will feel fucking threatened when my 4K YouTube videos are out there and everyone knows what your mug looks like and that you're trying to pick on people and pretend you're the victim like a fucking domestic abuser.
You feel threatened, mate. You're following me around, mate. You're literally embarrassing yourself. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4.
You can film.
Like, that's proper security, mate. Not you, mate.
Stop him.
You're just in fancy dress, mate.
He's just in fancy dress.
What? My presence provokes you, mate.
To be here, so you guys are allowed to be here.
And we're not arguing that, but it is provocative.
Yeah, but
No, it's not provocative to film people in public. You've literally got street cameras filming them. You've got the cameras on the police officers' chests. You've got the cameras on the lampposts. You've got the cameras outside the railway station. All on these people. So how is one man walking past with a camera when literally there's a camera there with this journalist, there's a camera in literally every human's hands, but because it's Wesley Winter, you don't want him there. That's what it is. It's because you know who he is, you know he's a journalist, and you know he doesn't support your position. And so you want him gone. It's got nothing to do with him provoking you. You are lying to a police officer there. That is lying to an officer, which, by the way, is a crime.
I'm doing that as well. It's also.
All right, his presence.
They're not the
here
feelings
is
police, mate. There's going on.
The feelings police. I feel that Wesley has been harassed. I'm going to ring the police. Boop, 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 boop. Hello, feelings police. Yes, someone has hurt someone's feelings online. That's a terrible story, really. Terrible story. Yeah, there's a man who's documenting some protesters in Essex, and they don't like that he's taking a video of their protest, even though there's another 1,000 cameras on them. They seem to think that this one person with a camera is provoking them above all others. Yes, it's quite sad, really. Yes, fascism. I know they're trying to silence him. Yes. Oh, what's that? Oh, you know he's a bald cunt. All right, thank you, officer. Bye.
The agitators are agitating.
The agitators are agitated.
The agitators are doing what they do best and agitate.
Obviously, you saw that. I'm standing there. I'm not.
No, yeah.
Look, do you understand what?
I like that the officers are standing up for Wes here. That wasn't impartial, you know. That was fine.
What's wrong with him? This person?
They're not making it any
I'm not even talking to you, mate. Mate, you're rattled. Guys, this is what happens when you turn up at these rallies. They're trying to suppress freedom of speech, clearly.
Which is fascism, by the way. Literally, if you try to suppress... I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't agree with the far right in most cases, right? I don't think Wes does either. But I don't agree with the far left. Fucking gluing yourself to roads and causing people to die because ambulances can't get to hospitals. Attacking anyone who disagrees with you. The far left is no different to the far right. They're exactly the same, except the far left think you have morals, and the far right don't care about morals. They care about the safety of their children and women. That's literally the only difference between the far left and the far right. The far left think they are morally, emotionally and mentally superior to the far right. And the far right, they don't really care about your intelligence. They don't really care about your feelings and your morals. They care about what's right and what's wrong. That's literally, the far left and the far right are the same two people, just looking at it differently.
I haven't asked them one question today. Alright guys, so the march is just starting to move. Obviously there's a big counter-protest because of what happened last week. You saw the eggs, Tesco meal deals were getting lobbed. We don't...
They baked a cake.
What these lot are going to be bringing today, but we already have this instigator here who's been
Should we just call him a fascist because he's trying to silence the press? Like, if he's going to try and claim that you're provoking him, then we'll claim he's a fascist for trying to silence the press.
Marking me this whole time, so who knows what's going to happen. I've been telling them I am the least of their worries today, and believe me,
you're right as well.
That's going to be 100% true. They see their signs, care for refugees, don't let the far right divide us with their hatred and violence. So, yeah guys, I was here earlier in the week, and obviously it was very peaceful. It was pissing it down with rain, and all the locals came out to the council office where the councillors voted if they should close the hotel. The majority voted that it should definitely close. So now it's down to the Home Office to actually close it. Whether they'll close it or not will definitely take some time. And we got a second offender here who's going to be following us around.
A second offender. Do you know what it is, right? If this week, if the last 2 weeks had been a heat wave, if the weather had been better, I think the police would have had a lot more on their hands. The police should be thanking the fact that we've had bad weather, that they've had less work to do.
Guys, so yeah, if any of you play Sunday League football and you need a centre defensive mid to man mark some players, they're all here, guys. There are plenty of them here.
Come on, Wes. We know not one of these people could play football in defence. I know that is giving them way too much credit. There's no way this chap could be a central defender or central midfield defender, like CDM, like Tiote or Gerrard. There's just no way. Look at him. He's like coming out from the corner like this. But yeah, he could be a stalker. He could be a stalker, but there's no way he could be on a football pitch with other people. No, I don't think he could run for 5 minutes without collapsing, crying. To be honest, not a chance.
He's going to be following us around, guys. So, yeah, if any of you play Sunday League football and you need a centre defensive mid to man mark some players, they're all here, guys. There are plenty of them here.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking.
Silly adverts.
So this guy is literally like the bloody...
Oh no, she's got a camera. She's provoking you. I notice how the bald fascist here, he's not telling the officer that she's provoking anyone, is she? Oh, you're provoking me. But he's going up to anyone with the camera saying they're provoking them. Is that what he's doing?
Security. Look at this guy. What a bully.
That is like bullying, essentially, yeah.
I can tell you what I was basically what I do is I go around to both sides and interview both sides. Yeah, look, he's provoking. He's a provoker, bro. He's a provoker.
Are you a nonce in fancy dress, mate? You actually security or what?
A nonce in fancy dress. Do you know where? I swear to God, I come from Surrey, right? So I live in Newcastle and Gateshead in the north, and I have for nearly 20 years. But I grew up in Surrey, and the way you talk is just like, it's where I grew up. The way you talk is the way I used to talk, and I fucking love it, mate. I fucking love it. Argy bargy, way 1-0, everything is fucking brilliant.
One of them's just tried to hit my camera on.
Well, Triggered, as you can see, you come here, they're all very, very aggressive. You know, they're coming up with guys who've, done steroids in the gym as security. You've got one guy over here who clearly provokes you, nonce in fancy dress. Look at him, look how angry he is.
Oh, he's going in my camera on his face again.
I can't believe you're calling him a nonce in fancy dress. I mean, it's just funny. I mean, he did provoke you, so I can understand it. But you should be careful when calling people that. You should be very careful. But I think in this case, he kind of warranted it. I think he deserved it in a way, because he did provoke you, he did harass you, he tried to bully you. So you calling him a nonce in fancy dress isn't as bad as the physical confrontation and he did to you. So I don't think you're in the wrong. But I think you should be careful who you call that word, because I think you can get a criminal charge for it, actually, if, it's done in certain ways. But he has provoked you, so I don't think in this case he would have any grounds. But if you said that without provocation, someone could try and charge you. Wes, be careful, mate. Be careful, all right? Don't want to see you get charged for some fucking pussy who can't defend themselves.
Obviously, you got to watch that orange one. He's so aggy. Just want to say, a lot of these guys here are just press. They've got their cameras here, and you know they're getting a lot of aggression towards them from fake security, basically. Not even the normal police. That bold geezer, or the white bold geezer, hasn't taken his blood pressure tablets today, and he's absolutely been kicking off at everyone. I think it's the first time he's left the house in about half a year. There he is. Look at this guy. He's bright red like a tomato. Plenty of citizen journalists out here today, guys. So a lot of press out and about, bringing you stuff, boots on the ground, guys. Stuff that the mainstream media won't show you. You know, these guys get real up and close, just like you're seeing here on the screen at the minute. But yeah, it is a bit of a walk to the hotel. Yo, buddy, you're back again. So, what are your thoughts on the protest? Okay. So our best mate has joined us again. He's, you know, on my shoulder, wherever I look. Surely it has to be done for harassment eventually. But we're coming to the squeezing point now. Let me just show you the police.
That's a long way round, man.
Let me just show you the police as this guy follows us even more. Come on, mate. So, guys, you've got a line of police here, and we have further police down there to protect the residential areas. So, a big police operation is needed for today. I've seen plenty of police vans as well. Even more just here, which is probably going to lead the way. We do have VAR from the police today as well. Very good VAR.
VAR! Video assistant referees here.
If anything kicks off, look at that. Keeping an eye on people over there. Okay. So guys, we are crossing a bridge right now. We do have the police escort. This was actually really similar to the last video, actually. I didn't capture this part, but this is what happened. They did have a police escort. There was rumours that they bust them.
Bear in mind that they're walking these protesters up to a group of far-right protesters. Like, I don't think it's a smart idea to have like a group of protesters and the counter group in the same place. Like, I think they should be designated separate areas to stage their protests. You shouldn't put these same groups in the same place. It's literally asking for trouble. Like, let the left have one side of Epping and the right protest on the other side of Epping, you know? Try and keep them separated. Like, what are the police doing? Marching them one group up to another group. What is this? What country are you living in?
To the protest, but that wasn't the case. It was actually the police bust them back to the station, and that's probably where they're going to go later.
Four out of the 10 people arrested on their march and wife beaten.
Wow.
So you're telling me if I...
What did she say?
Apologies, mate.
4 out of the 10 people arrested on their march and wife beaten.
Wow.
If you've got to lie about your political opponents, you can't be doing very well, can you? Like, I don't have to lie about all my political opponents or about my enemies and the people I don't have to lie about people. Just tell the truth.
Apologies, mate.
What's he on about? What are you on about? Who's that? Who's scum of the earth?
These guys who are defending the rights of child sex offenders. They're the scum of the earth. In this situation, they're defending a child. They're defending people who aren't them, essentially. So in this situation, you can either think that the rights of the people of your country are more important than the rights of people illegally entering your country, or you can be on the left side and believe the people illegally entering your country should have more priority on their rights being protested than the rights of British people, essentially. That is the difference here. The far right here is standing up for British people's rights, and the far left is standing up for illegal migrant rights. That is the essential argument here.
If you want to say something, mate, jump on the mic. All open.
Jump on the mic, jump on the mic, jump on the mic.
To chat. Guys, let me just put this into perspective. We're in a very nice, luxurious residential area of Epping.
Yeah, they look like nice little bungalows, them. They're probably like £500,000, £1 million bungalows, them.
A place with 12,000 people, Sunday afternoon. People are probably just sat in their living room, maybe watching the Euro finals, who knows. And you've got people screaming Nazi down their street who they've never met. These people have come from different parts of London, half them aren't even from Essex, and they're just screaming Nazi, Nazi, whilst these lovely people in Epping are just enjoying their Sunday afternoon. And you've got people like this guy, is obviously local, just standing on the street corner, again, just wondering whose turn.
Ironically, trying to suppress the press is what the Nazis did. So when they tried to put their hand in front of your camera, when I said that was fascism, that's what Nazis did. That's what Nazis did. They tried to stop and silence people telling the truth about them, which is what they did to you, Wes. They did a Nazi thing to you. You couldn't make it up. Honestly, you couldn't make it up.
They don't understand it. Have you ever seen anything like this, Dan?
No. I've been here 30 years and nothing like this has ever happened.
Yeah. What's the general feeling about the Bell Hotel? Because that's why they're counter-protesting, either to keep it open or they call them the far right.
I think there's a lot of anger, like what's been going on, and there's been a few things over the years anyway. So.
Okay.
And I think this was just the icing on the cake that happened a few weeks ago.
Do you believe that hotel has almost a safeguarding issue around children in the area?
Yeah, and general women and the shops, and they just go into Tesco's, and I've seen it, take stuff and walk out.
And in general, do the locals actually want it closed, or is that just those?
So.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you agree with this, walking down the street?
I just think it's going to cause a lot of trouble.
Yeah, don't want any trouble.
I think the same thing. I think the same thing is going to cause a lot of trouble. When the far left and the far right meet, there's always trouble.
Yeah, and I just feel like it's going to kick off tonight now, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll see.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not, we'll see, we'll see. So guys, there we go. We spoke to a local, not part of the protest, just went down the street wondering why people were screaming and shouting. And yeah, the feeling she told me is that most people believe that there's a little increase.
I need to know how to do that. He blurred out the children there, you see. Those children got blurred out. I got these streaming glasses, Wes, right? So they've got a camera in either side, right? Well, camera here, a light here, right? So I wanted to walk around making some videos, but I realised after I made a few that because I live in a city, there's kids everywhere, and I can't post videos of kids that aren't mine on the internet. So I needed to work out how to blur kids exactly like that. That's exactly what I needed to do. Because I wanted to make videos similar to you, Wes. Not like as a journalist. Just as like this cool dude with glasses. But yeah, so that's cool. That's what I wanted to do. Well done, Wes. Well done, mate.
And yeah, the feeling she told me is that most people believe that there's a little increase in crime in the area. Not just sexual assaults, but shoplifting as well. She said in general, the feeling is that they want the hotel closed. But we're still walking to the bell, guys. Let's keep going.
They'd rather protect the scumbags. Yeah. They'd rather protect the scumbags. My daughter's free today. No family's coming here because they're shit scared because of these. Look, happy birthday. Look, put that on the.
Happy birthday to your daughter. Did he say daughter?
They'd rather protect the scumbags. Yeah. They'd rather protect the scumbags. My daughter's free today. No family's coming.
Happy birthday to your daughter, sir. Happy third birthday to that man's daughter.
Coming here because they're shit scared because of these. Look, happy birthday. Look, put that on the. Without my door number.
All right.
Go on. I'll put that on the back of my car. Look. I'm disgusted with it. I'm behind Adam's books. I'm disgusted.
Protect our children. Send them home. See? Do you know what it is? When I go onto GB News, they all the far right think I'm far left. And when I go into places where there's far left, they think I'm far right. Like, if you think anything different to these people, you're instantly the enemy. Instantly the enemy. So, Wes could be a fucking a Buddhist monk, and they would still think he was far right because he disagrees with them and they're left. Like, it's so stupid. So fucking stupid.
Fucking hate, right? They are fucking government operators, that's all right. Yeah. Now, anyone with a
I agree. There's more government operators in that far left group than any other political group of protesters you will ever see.
Would not do that fucking job, because if someone said to me, right, you got to protect them, I'd go, you can fuck off, right?
What's doing my head in is we can't protest nice and quietly, because they want to bring the far right down. They're calling us or whatever we are, whatever it is, I'm not racist.
I would call these people concerned citizens. I wouldn't call them the far right. That's just a box they want to put you in so that they can label you. Like, that's what being called far right and far left are, just labels people want to put you in for boxes so they can call you whatever they want. Because if they can't put you in the box of left or right, they can't label you things they normally label the left or right. So what you do is identify as a centrist who has both left-wing and right-wing views. And they go crazy. They go crazy because it goes against their brainwashing that there's only left or right. And when you say something that contradicts their brainwashing, it breaks them. Their mind literally will break in front of you. You watch. Their mind will break.
Or nothing. I'm not racist or nothing. I'm mixed race grandson. I'm not against anything, All I'm against is who are you?
I'm not racist, right? I've got loads of friends who are of various nations, religions, cultures, countries. Black, brown, fucking whiter than me. So black they're purple. You know, I've got loads of friends who are of various different cultures. I've got no problem with anyone of a different race. But what I do have a problem with is that Britain is being destroyed because they are overpopulating the country with illegal migrants. And they could have stopped this at any point in the last year. They could have stopped these illegal migrants entering the country and causing prices for us to go up, wages to go down, and police and public services to be stretched, right? This wouldn't be happening. And it's all because the government wants it to happen. It's not because it's happening and there's nothing we can do about it. It's literally the government wants it to happen for growth. So they're intentionally bringing in foreign criminals so they can look like they're doing a better job. That is essentially what this is.
Every one of you is a Mohammed. And then a Mohammed surname with an E on the end. I'm not, that's all I'm saying.
Guys, you know I've been to a lot of protests, I've spoken to a lot.
Muhammad is the most popular name in the world. There is no more name used more than the name Muhammad. It is the most commonly used name in the world. Previously to that, I think that the most common white name would be John. And common white surname would probably be Smith. That John Smith would probably be the most common first and second names for white people, I would imagine. Like, UK and USA anyway. I don't imagine there's many John Smiths in fucking Ukraine.
People never ever seen the police escort them into residential areas going past a local primary school just here. I won't get it on the camera. But, you know, there's zero common sense about this protest. It feels like they're just trying to aggravate the locals. Of course, you know, freedom of speech and all of that, but they're going to be, you know, next to each other, literally like arm's length when we get...
I really need to learn how to blur things out like that so that I could do these videos myself. And the reason I stopped doing these videos because I couldn't put them online I'm not publishing images of people's children accidentally or, you know, just because it doesn't matter. It does matter. It does matter. You shouldn't put people's kids online. So him blurring it out, I need to learn how to do that.
The Bell Hotel.
He's trying to take over from a police officer. Did you see that? Did you see that? He tried to take over from the police officer to protect his friend, as if he had authority over this man more than the police. That's the level of delusion in that man's head. He tries to take over from the police officer, and at this moment, the police officer keeps telling him to stop. Says there, he says, get off. See? Watch. He words it. He says, get off. See? There. And he did. He followed the instructions. But why is he trying to do a policeman's job for him and even taking over from a police officer? Like, or trying to. That is the level of delusion. Like, the police should be arresting him for fucking interfering.
Upgrading to safe start.
Nice bike.
The signs again, stop the boats. That is the main message for today. Come over on this side now.
The thing is, right, honestly, this makes me laugh because, like, I'll go into GB News comment sections on Facebook and they all think I'm some far left, you know, woke sort of guy. Like, and when I speak to the far left, they think I'm one of these lot, one of the far right.
The protesters with their St George's flags, as you can see. Got a sign there, Free Lucy Connolly. Got a few guys over here. So yeah, what they've done for this protest, they're going to fence.
Much heavier police presence, that's for sure.
To everyone in this cage, almost like rats in a cage. As you can see, they've blocked everyone off here, so no one can come into the middle of the road. So the kind of protesters can roam freely, but the local people are going to have to stay here. Hey dear mate, right? You can see here. What are your thoughts that a kind of protest has come again down to Epping?
Well, I mean, obviously we don't want to see them because calling us Nazis and racist is just provoking everything.
That's the... Like, how are these people Nazis and racists for wanting to protect their children and our women? Like, it doesn't make you a racist. What makes you a racist is to treat another human being different because of their skin colour, right? Now, don't get me wrong, there will be a few racists in this group. More than a few, in fact. There will be some. But that being a racist doesn't actually make you a Nazi, really. It just makes you a racist. It's your actions that would make you a Nazi. So, these people aren't Nazis, like, and some of them aren't racists. Maybe a few of them are, but I can guarantee there's a few racists in the far left group. They just don't have the balls to say it. I guarantee it. Guarantee it.
But that's all they've got on us. I mean, we've got people here, we've got transgender people, we've got mixed race people, we've got Polish people putting the flags up on the fence saying, you know, we're with you. This is not about race. This is about being safe in your own country. And the government don't seem to realise that. And now they want to...
No, they realise they just care more about growth than the safety of you, your children and your family. They think making the economy look like it's growing and making themselves look like they're doing well is more important than protecting you and me. Because they aren't very good politicians, they aren't very good people, and they aren't very good people in power. Otherwise they would not be allowing this to happen to our country. Imagine this was a castle, right? Imagine this was a castle. And the boats crossing illegally would be the same as leaving the front gate open for anyone who wanted to come in. Now, do you really think that leaving a castle gate open for anyone to come in, whoever wanted to come in, and then we decide, you know, what we do with them, do you really think that's a good idea for defence? No. But it would be a good way to pretend that you were bringing more money into the castle, wouldn't it? It would be a good way to make it look like the castle has more business going on and that it's growing. It would work for that. But it wouldn't work for safety. It wouldn't work for the defence of the castle. A castle operates with the gate closed. It's a fortress. Nobody gets in, nobody gets out without the say-so of the people who run the castle, alright? That's how it works. That's how England is supposed to work. How thick are these far-left twats?
Shoppers putting things on Facebook and they want to silence us and they want to control us and we're not going to let it happen. We're going to keep protesting here every week until somebody listens.
Guys, would you support deporting the people who commit crimes in this hotel? Should they be deported?
Absolutely they should. Because women and children are not safe, are they? We have enough of our own criminals. We don't need any more.
I'm thankful we're all together and yeah, I think this is a step in the right direction for our country.
And
Right?
for you, is the message still close the hotel? Is that your message?
Look, ultimately, mate, I think that's got to be the beginning of it, right? For me, it ends in mass deportation, and I know how that sounds, right? It's not a race issue. This is a cultural issue, right? We are British, and that essentially means that we are Christian, right?
No. You are Christian. Britain was pagan before the Romans came and started killing us all and forced us into Christianity. We are not a Christian country. We adopted Christianity and it has now been rejected because it is a corruption of the truth. The Bible has been translated so many times that words changed, the meanings changed, and the truth has been diluted and changed into lies, okay? This country is not a Christian country. There's more atheists in this country than there is Christians. So you can say we are an atheist country, sure, but we are not. We are a pagan country. We love nature. We love animals. That's why we like our gardens, our dogs, our horses. We are a culture of people who love nature. We are pagans. Christianity came here and forced itself on our country. We are not a Christian country. No.
Thy neighbour as thyself. That is not an Islamic Muslim principle. So to import this en masse, well, you see what happens, right? Our children are murdered, our women are, our economy is collapsing because of this, as well as the morale of our country. Ultimately, close the hotel. For me at least, anyone that's done anything violent has to go immediately.
See, I agree with him in that. I think anyone who is illegally in the UK, who has committed a crime in the UK, I don't care how small the crime is. I don't care if they only stole a Mars bar from a shop, right? If you're coming to our country and committing crimes, and you're not supposed to be, you aren't legally, you didn't legally enter the country, you should be deported. We need to set a standard here that we will not tolerate people coming here and taking the piss. We need to set a standard that we will not allow people to come to our country and commit crimes and essentially get away with it. No. They will be deported. They will be. I'm a nice guy. I'm happy to accept migrants legally who want to work and work hard. Bring them on. But people who want to enter illegally and commit crimes and hurt the British people, no, they're going to get deported. There's nothing you can do.
The rest go with a view to applying the legal way to return, right? And we get some semblance of Christianity back in our country. Hallelujah.
Beautiful.
Amen. My brother.
And in previous...
No. What we need is agnostic atheism, which is my religion. We don't need Christianity. No offence, we don't. Christianity for 2,000 years has killed and murdered anyone who disagreed with them. Anyone. Literally 1,000 years ago, they killed a man because he proved that 500 years ago, there was a man who proved that the earth was not the centre of the universe, right? The church killed him for it. The church for 2,000 years has been hurting children, has been killing men like me because I disagreed with it. So no, this is not a Christian country. It was a Christian country because Christianity was forced on us. It was not accepted, it was forced. Absolutely forced by the Romans. And no, we are not a Christian country anymore because the majority of the population are not Christians. And if you are a Christian, personally speaking, I think you're a heretic of Jesus because you preach that he was God's only son when Jesus himself preached, we are all God's children. So why did he go around preaching he's God's only son when Jesus said, we are all God's children? You're a heretic of Jesus. Most Christians are. I'm sorry, Christianity has lost its way. Over the last 2,000 years, it has been corrupted into a lie. It has lost its way.
This protest, I heard firsthand the issues women are facing.
So, how waterproof is the bearskin heavy storm packable rain jacket?
The same women that Christianity would oppress, that wouldn't allow into churches, that won't allow them to preach in churches, that think men have more value than them. The same women that, apparently is the root of all sin. Yeah. If there's one group of people in my country who oppress women more than anyone else, it's Christians. Like, obviously foreign invaders aside, I don't understand where this country gets the idea that Christianity is somehow superior to Islam. Do you know how many children have been abused by churches and by priests? Do you know how many churches have covered up and defended those child offenders? And the Vatican defended and helped them? Do you know how many times they've changed the stories of Jesus' words and therefore the meaning and therefore turned truth into a lie? Do you have any idea how many Christians are actually terrible, terrible human beings? Do you have any idea that Christianity is no better than Islam? It's the fucking same thing.
I've lived here my whole life. I live 2 minutes down the road and I'm walking my dog on this field in front of us right here today at 2 o'clock with my mum, and 2 migrants have jumped out the bushes in front of us, screaming and shouting their heads off, pointing their fingers like for no reason. And obviously I've got my dog with me, so that's why they couldn't get too close. But this happened today.
So has this almost become like a no-go zone for locals? You can't use your local park?
I won't be walking on that field anymore, put it that way.
Alright guys, so let's go have a look. The kind of protesters are here. But as you can see, it's they're keeping them quite a while apart. You can see their signs printed en masse, you know, stop the far right, Epping is racist, blah, blah, blah. You've seen all the time. And here you see the local protesters with their, you know, coloured cardboard signs made at home. Let's try to stay away from the music and that. Let's try to get around here.
Save our kids! Save our kids! Save our kids! Off our streets! Pedos come! Off our streets! Pedos come! Off our streets!
Rare to see people actually coming out, being dedicated to truth and trying to protect children. But this is growing, right? This is something that personally I've been demonstrating against kind of stand up to racism now for the past like 4 or 5 years. They're absolutely insane people. But for me, it's a broader picture. I'm actually talking a lot kind of about digital IDs because I know it's a topic I talk on a lot, but in relation to like mass migration, people think that digital IDs are going to be this great thing which gets rid of illegal migration and so forth. But actually, I believe that they're linked. Digital IDs are going to be there to track people, surveil people, and they're using mass migration as a problem and then offering a solution.
So I've already solved the mass migration problem, sir. I've already solved it. If you go on my Facebook and search on the 12th of February, you know, if you literally go on my Facebook, look on the 12th of February 2025, you can even use the word solution. Like, look. I've already got a solution to this mass migration problem. So what you do is you hire 10,000 people and build or buy 100 boats to monitor the British territory along the English Channel and North Sea. You then stop any single boat or dinghy from entering British waters before they get into legal jurisdiction for Britain. So you don't have legal obligations if they can't get into your jurisdiction, all right? You then use satellites to confirm where the boats or boat came from and take them back to be processed by the country they left from. If France has a problem with people being brought back to their shores who left wrongfully, they should stop them leaving in the first place. This way, nobody gets hurt, no boats get into British jurisdiction, so no obligation for anything is required legally. Any boats in distress can be saved and also taken back to their place of departure to be processed there. As soon as they are rescued from distress, they are no longer in distress, so no longer need to go to the nearest port. In fact, can be taken to their place of departure to be legally processed there. Then, all this money being wasted on illegal migration can go to paying 10,000 people, British people, to work essential jobs for national security and safety. Thank you very much. I'll take my cheque in the post. Thank you and good day. Obviously, the cheque part's a joke. I don't care about the money. Just solve the problem. It's just a joke, right? Someone's said, like, I expected money for it. No. I just want the problem solved. It's a bit of humour. So, yeah. We don't actually need digital IDs to solve the problem. What you need is to implement my solution. If this country literally implemented my solution to the mass migration problem, there would be no mass migration problem. There would be no more illegal migration. It would be done. Finished. Gone. Couldn't happen again. And you can scale it up or scale it down. So if there's more boats, you scale it up. If the boats start being one every month, you scale it down. So you can adjust it depending on how bad the problem is, you see? Honestly, guys, I know you don't believe me. This problem is solved. It's been solved for nearly a year. And the media won't tell you. The government won't tell you. You lot all don't know. And you all will instead protest about the problem rather than try and get the solution implemented. I mean, what am I supposed to do? I literally have already solved this problem for you guys. I have already solved it. What do you want me to do? Like, I try and get it implemented. I wrote to MPs. It's every media company has it. Every political party has it. They don't care about solving this problem. They want this problem. Otherwise, they would have solved it.
A trial run, a guinea pig, if you want to say it like that.
You could say that, yeah. So that's what actually I'm really, really concerned about, is that whilst everyone is here today, rightfully demonstrating against these individuals and against the hotel, I'm worried that they won't necessarily reject digital IDs at the same time. People need to understand that they're both linked, and the government is going to track and surveil the British people as well.
So they're not going to listen to the kind of protesters. They're going to come over back to the main road outside the Bell Hotel, because that is the main focus. These people argue that they only come here to antagonise and bother the locals here in Epping.
There's more of you because you get busted in by the trade unions. You socialist pigs.
So I have a hot take, eh?
They're making themselves look stupid. Yeah. Crack on, do what you got to do, go home, have a bath, and f*** off.
Last time, obviously, we saw eggs being thrown. Everyone's very, very calm today. They're not retaliating at all.
No, but this is the issue. They bring them in to it has.
All the time till they've, like last time, I've just been down Bower Hill where I live, and they've all walked past there. They're all shouting out Tommy Robinson. Are they?
Do you know what they should be?
I've seen you.
Go.
Anyway.
Okay, we have a sign there that says the enemy doesn't drive by boat, he drives by limousine. Maybe that's who they're talking about, the hotel owner.
To be fair, that's true. To be fair, these illegal migrants, although I understand it's the problem, they are not the problem. It's the people in the government allowing it to happen that are the problem. Like, when the prison systems fail, you don't go and blame the prisoners. You go and blame the people in charge of the prison system. When the education system is failing, you don't go and blame the kids and the teachers. You blame the people in charge of the education system. When the economy is failing, you don't blame people who are spending money in shops. You blame the Chancellor who's in charge of the UK economy, right? And the Bank of England. You blame them. So when the immigration system is failing, we shouldn't actually be blaming the migrants. We should be blaming the government. Specifically, what would be it? Be the Home Secretary. Specifically, the Home Secretary is who everyone here needs to be protesting to. And trying to get them to implement my solution and solve the problem. But I think this man's right before. I think he's right. They have created this problem so that they can offer the solution of digital ID cards so that they can track us all. It's all been done on purpose with this end goal. I think he's right. I think he is 100% correct.
Who knows? Let me just show you what's happening here today, guys. So you have the anti-hotel protesters, the red, where we are now. Then you have the blue, which is just here, which is those guys just over there. So, you know, guys, a bit more separation. Somehow they managed to get to this side. They went the opposite way, so they didn't cross paths. But look at them, guys.
Over the fence, it seemed like anyone holding a camera wasn't welcome.
Take your hand away, son. Take your hand away. Take your hand away. Stop it. Stop. Take your hand away, son. Police will gang the boat. It's going to knock me out, big man. Yeah, what are you going to do?
What's your name? You just called me a fascist prick. And I said, what's your name? What do you have to say? And you've suddenly gone silent.
That's a member of the press.
You're very cowardly. Like, you instantly shut up and I don't...
Yeah, he's an instant coward, yeah. Why won't you show your face and say your name, sort of thing, yeah.
I said all I needed to say, mate. That's it.
I've got something to say to them. I'm trying to join
people are starting to leave from the counter protest, so we're going to go check it out. We are next to the country pub. He's saying he wants it.
Who wants some? Who wants some, you slag?
He's saying he wants it. So guys, yeah, as you can see, the counter protest all here. I'm just filming, man.
No, that's all right. You stay here and film, mate.
I'm allowed to film wherever I want.
Yeah, you film that. Yeah. It's just we're not having to.
I'm allowed to film. Guys, what's the reason for counter protesting? The communist newspaper. Drive the Nazis out of that. Why didn't? What? They're spitting everywhere, mate. Oh wow, you're so lovely, mate. Brilliant.
That's nice, isn't it? What a pleasant chap. What a lovely chap.
Brilliant. Keep moving. Yeah, you're spitting everywhere. This guy's spluttering. He's coughing at the mouth.
Your country belongs to us now, boy.
Country belongs to him. Okay. So yeah, what?
I think you'll find this country belongs to me, mate. I think you'll find the British person. We own this country. That's why if we want to depose the king and force him to abdicate, we could. If we wanted to force the government out of office before the election, we could. We have more power than everyone in this country, the people. We have the power. We all have the power.
Welcome all the refugees and throw people in the sea. So a one-for-one policy from these guys.
Throw the Nazis in the sea!
Who are the Nazis?
Throw the Nazis in the sea. How tolerant of them. How tolerant. E.
EDL.
That was like the queerest, gayest, like provoking I've ever heard. He just looked at him and was like, EDL. EDL.
Nazis.
Someone keep going. EDL.
Did you see that? Definitely gay. Definitely gay. Raised by a single mother.
Where's your Tommy gone? Where's your Tommy gone? Where's your Tommy gone?
Anyone want to answer any questions? What's your reason for coming today?
Where's your Tommy gone?
Very peaceful, mate. Very peaceful. You're very peaceful too. We have the communist star. Why do you want Britain to be communist? I'm just questioning his hat. It's got a big star on it, big red star. Everybody, what's your reason for coming today?
Anti-fascist, not fascist.
Yeah, where are the fascists?
They are fascist because they're trying to silence the press. Well, some of the members of their groups are fascist. I don't think the far left understand that it's not your beliefs that can make you fascist. It's your actions. So by trying to silence someone or stop them from documenting something, like, that is essentially fascism. It's, not heavy fascism, but it's still fascism. You're trying to suppress your opponent. Trying to suppress your opponent in any regard is fascism, alright?
So guys, you see the crowds here come to a squeezing point outside the pub. Okay, they're encouraging fighting. Very interesting.
Who was encouraging fighting? That's an incitement of violence. Who was that?
Okay, they're encouraging fighting.
So if the far left is encouraging fighting, that is an incitement of violence. Those people should be arrested and charged. You shouldn't be inciting violence. Why are you? How can they sit there and pretend they're the peaceful ones when they're inciting violence? Fucking hell.
Very interesting.
Lefty terrorist scum!
Look at you, you mug, absolute mug.
Second line out here.
What are you doing, mate?
Keep it tight. If you see any fascists left or right, you deal.
Who's the fascist officer? Didn't you say if you see any fascists?
I heard that.
Was that the officer who said that? If you see any fascists left or right. So basically anyone trying to suppress anyone else. Yeah, okay. That's good. It seems like the police aren't entirely stupid then.
Who's the fascist officer? Did you just say if you see any fascists?
I heard that.
Officer, you said any fascists. He said if you see any fascists. Bloody hell, the officer literally said if you see any fascists, left and right. So you kind of see what side the police are taking at the minute, guys.
Yeah, the police are treating the people who want British people's rights upheld over illegal migrant rights as fascist. So what was the officer's badge number? Let's get that.
Fascist operator, mate.
Keep it tight. If you see any flashing left or right, you deal.
Who's
I can't see you now. It's the angle. I'm not going to be able to get it.
the fascist officer? Did you just say if you see any fascists?
I heard that.
Officer, you said.
I heard that as well. That's not impartiality. He should be sacked. He's not impartial. Sack him. I'm sorry. If you can't be impartial as a police officer, get fucked. Get a different job. You shouldn't be a police officer.
Any fascists? He said if you see any fascists. Bloody hell, the officer literally said if you see any fascists, left and right. So you kind of see what side the police are taking at the minute, guys. Not neutral at all. Bought and paid probably by Stand Up to Racism crowd who are funded by the unions, who are supported by the Labour Party. This is why they come out in mass, all fully funded. It's probably why they also got there we go, and that's probably why they're getting a bus journey back home in the last protest.
Get out of the way, mate. Hey, mate, do us a favour, get rid of him. Get rid of him, mate. Get out of the way. You're always the same silly, always the same. Get out of the way, silly.
Do you live here, sir?
Yeah, I do. Get him out of the way, mate.
Less of the abuse.
Mate, he's come to me and put it on me.
I'll do that.
So deal with it now, then.
You're
deal with it now, then, mate.
Other people, aren't you?
Deal with it now. Well, I'll let you do your job for once. Simple, do your job. Don't do your job. You're the same, mate.
How come this fat police officer who couldn't pass a fitness test has been protecting this bald cunt this entire protest? Like, this entire protest, this fat officer has been protecting him. And how is he even a police officer? He couldn't fucking pass a fitness exam. How? If you cannot pass a fitness exam, you should not be a police officer. If you can't chase after a criminal and beat them in a race, you shouldn't be a copper, alright? I don't give a fuck what you snowflake, left-wing, woke cunts think. Nobody this size should be a police officer. No fucking way. How's he going to chase a criminal? What? Someone could just leave some donuts and he'd get distracted, fucking hell. How? How is he going around so overweight as a police officer? Right, how? I don't care if he's a liaison officer. He should have to pass a fitness exam to be a police officer. And he's been protecting this bald cunt the whole protest.
Deal with it now. Well, I'll let you do your job for once. Simple, do your job. Don't do your job. You're the same, mate. What's all that?
He is doing his job. He's paid by the government to protect that bald bastard.
Well, jog on, mate. Jog on. Jog on.
Okay, so let's look at all these officers, right? So I reckon this tall guy here in the blue, I reckon he could pass a fitness exam, but he'd struggle. The female here, they probably had to lower the entrance requirements so she could pass it. That bloke, them two blokes behind her, I think them two could perfectly pass a fitness exam, no problem whatsoever. No question whatsoever. But her and the tall one, no. I think they had to lower the standard for her, and he would struggle. Personally speaking, I don't think you should be able to be a police officer unless you pass the fitness exam. And you shouldn't have to lower the requirements for it like they do in the army for women and the police for women. Like, that's not equality, by the way, women. Lowering the entrance requirements so that women can get in is not equality. And it lowers the ability of the police. Like, if you've got a male police officer who comes out to a crime with a male aggressor, he would have to call for backup, right? But if for some reason a female turned up, most likely he's going to need to call another male if there's another male there. If it's the male on his own, they'll be alright. But if it's two males, you need two males. You can't have a male and a female. Yeah, them other two definitely passed the fitness exam, but these other two, the women and the tall guy, I don't think they could pass a fitness exam.
Female guy.
I mean, maybe the female could. Maybe I'm being really harsh, but...
Yeah, mate. What are your thoughts outside your house?
Oh, it's bollocks, mate. It's all bollocks. They're inciting us. Look, we're just standing
Everybody keep it moving, please. Keep marching.
Comrades, keep going.
That Sillet there is the one that's just antagonised, caused all that problem, that Sillet. He's the one that's causing the problem.
The bald cunt who the police have been protecting since the start of the protest, yeah. The one who was going over antagonising people and then trying to play victim. Like a little girl, basically. Acting like a little girl when he's a big, bald cunt.
It's causing these protests. He needs to be arrested. He's just giving all the man for again.
One day soon, he will get what's coming to him. You push your luck so far it runs out.
Look, I'm going to tell you one thing very clearly here. I don't encourage violence. I don't think violence is always a good thing, always. Rarely it is. But what's going to happen is, you keep pushing the men in this country, you keep putting our daughters and our women in danger, and you see what we fucking do. You fucking see. Are you listening, government? Are you listening, Keir Starmer? You keep pushing the men of this country, the hard-working men, the builders, the plumbers, the electricians, the office workers, the bar staff, the security staff in bars and fucking nightclubs, at sporting events like football matches. You keep pushing these men and putting their women and children in danger, and you see what we fucking do, alright? You see what we fucking do, Starmer. Implement my solution, or we will make you.
So guys, they are walking back to the station, but they're going past people's houses who don't agree with the counter-protest today. And they're banging their drums, making all sorts of noise, as you can hear. Look at that, guys, they're eating the berries. Look at that.
I'm the CFO of a company with about 300 employees, and I have just one FP&A analyst on my team. Look, we used to spend hours manually entering numbers into Excel.
But I'd like to say, I'm not trying to incite violence. I just know that if the government keeps pushing the men in this country by putting our women and children in danger, they're going to push us too far. And the men will rise up, they will take over, and it won't be pretty. It will be a bloodbath, okay? And I don't want that. So I'm warning you, Keir Starmer. I'm not threatening you. I'm warning you, if you don't solve this problem, you will go down in history as the man who caused what's going to happen. It will be your fault. The blood will be on your hands. Think about that, alright, Starmer?
Jesus Christ, eating all the berries, guys. Come into Epping, and they're eating all the berries.
Far right stream is not welcome here!
Go on, walk ahead, walk ahead.
Fascist scum!
No, walk ahead, walk ahead.
Fascist scum!
So guys, don't have to say anything, these people...
Not fast here! You are the riots Epping! You are part of the problem! That's Nazi Nazi! Scum, scum! That's Nazi Nazi!
Beautiful. Alright guys, so just walking down a normal pavement and everyone's yelling Nazi, Nazi.
Racist streamers!
So we have the trans flag here as well.
Racist streamers!
There's a Hamas...
I'm not being funny, right? What the fuck has the trans flag got to do with illegal migration? This is what pisses me off about the trans people, right? They will piggyback other movements instead of creating their own movement. So they piggybacked the LGBT group, or the LGB group as it was, because it was only homosexuals before. It was gay women and gay men. So it was lesbians, gay, and bisexuals. You know, bisexuals are just straight people who are gay. So it was about gay people and gay rights. And then the trans people hijacked that group to try and get their message across and project their ideology onto us like Islam, so to speak. It's basically a cult, isn't it? Right? So now what they do is they do the same thing to other groups. And now, clearly, the far left allow them to walk amongst them, projecting their trans ideology amongst them. So this trans person has hijacked the far left movement here to project their ideology and beliefs on everyone else. Just think about that. So this person isn't here to deal with illegal migrants. They're not here to defend the rights of illegal migrants. They are literally just here to hijack this protest to get their message across. Just wanted to make that clear, you know. And they won't be the only one.
Racist streamers!
He has a Hamas scarf around his neck. And he's got the trans flag, Palestine flag. Lovely.
Racist streamers!
I've only watched like maybe 4 of Wesley's videos, right? I've watched about 4 of your videos, Wesley. I don't know if you like being called Wes or Wesley, but I have never heard you say anything racist yet. I've never heard you say or do anything racist. I have seen you give as good as you got. That's all I've seen. But I've never seen you be racist, so I don't know why they're calling you a racist streamer. That is some serious coping delusions.
These guys were up north at the riots last summer.
That was me, not him.
Oh,
it was me.
Let's go.
It was me. It was me. It was me.
Nazi scum! Nazi scum!
Are you not entertained?
Nazi scum! Nazi scum!
Oh, beautiful guys. So yeah, you walk down the street and.
So I think it's actually I think it's no coincidence that it's the trans people calling him a Nazi streamer. That'll be what it is.
Nazi.
You get called a Nazi by communists who believe in fascism, but they don't believe in freedom of speech.
Racist streamers! Racist streamers!
What's this got to do with illegal migration? That is the trans flag. Do you know what I mean? It's got literally nothing to do with the same as it has. Being trans has nothing to do with being gay, right? Just because someone's gay doesn't mean they're trans, and just because someone's trans doesn't mean they're gay. Literally, so why did the trans group hijack a gay rights movement? Why are the trans group now hijacking the far left here? Why? Because they can't get listened to any other way. They can't get across their delusion any other way. That a man could chop off his penis and wear a dress and call himself a woman. So I can because I've got an arsehole, I can consider it and identify it as a blowhole and call myself a land-based dolphin. You know what I mean? Like, what's the difference? What's the difference? Oh, you can't trans species. Oh, but you can transgender. How about trans race? How about trans state? Could I pretend I'm a child? Identify as a child, even though I'm a man? How about that? Is that what you're going for, trans people? Are you really just wanting to identify yourself as a child so you can get away with touching children? Is that really what it is?
So guys, how do you feel about trans people in Palestine? What do you think about that?
Racist streamers!
So guys, what do you think about trans people in Palestine?
The riots last summer.
Yes, documenting it as a journalist. So guys, trans people in Palestine, what do you think about that?
Racist streamers!
So guys, what do you think about trans people in Palestine?
The riots last summer.
Yes, documenting it as a journalist. Shame. You should watch the video, you enjoy it.
Many more of us than you.
Guys, one person is doing this. This is the cognitive dissonance you have just by being here. Guys, you're going to miss the train. Come on.
Literally, what has Palestine and the trans rights flag, or the trans flag, got anything to do? Have you noticed how we now call this the trans flag, not the gay rights movement flag? Have you noticed that as well? It's literally known as the trans flag, not as the gay rights flag like it used to be. I don't understand how gay people have allowed another group of people to hijack their rights like this. I don't understand it. And now the far left is allowing the same to be done to them. Fucking idiots, man. Idiots. This is why I would never create a group like this, because all it takes is one person like this to infiltrate what they want to do and take over, and they'll just wipe away everything else that was done as if it didn't matter. So the whole reason it was done is now not like why it's there, and it's pointless, you know what I mean? It's just now someone's tool for power and influence.
There are many, many more, many, many more, many, many more of us than you. We are black.
Songs of praise here, guys, in the streets of Epping. Get a life, mate. What do you do for work, mate? So what do you do for work? Well, yeah. I saw you eating berries from a bush. I saw you eating berries from a bush, mate.
And we're gay, and we're crime.
He smokes the ganja. He smokes the ganja, bro. I mean, what a disgraceful habit. You should never smoke cannabis. I mean, come on. You should never smoke cannabis. Come on.
Hey, officer, come on, officer.
Oh, what a shame! What a shame!
She smoked
And we're gay, and we're crime.
Whoa, what's happening here?
Have you ever used a surveillance camera?
Oh, what a shame!
Some argy-bargy.
What the f? Hey, officer, that's assault, come on.
There are many on more of us than you.
You tried to jump on him. Man, that's criminal damage. Unprovoked. Officer, you got to arrest him. You've got to arrest. They, them, needs to be arrested. They, them.
They, them, it, what?
Let them go!
Let them go. They just assaulted, triggered, mate. Here is triggered. Triggered, what happened there?
I was just recording, as you can see. Unbiased journalism.
Wow, guys. They, them, must be arrested. Criminal assault, mate. Criminal damage.
Block the cameras!
Okay, don't touch.
Block the cameras. Do you know what it is, right? If you don't want to do something and be seen to do it, then don't do it. There's no point like, oh, let's block people's vision so they can't see what we're doing. That just shows that you're not confident what you're doing is right. Otherwise, you would want to be seen.
I don't touch you. Alright, guys, it's like a 50-on-1. We're getting attacked by Transfifa. Get off, mate. They, them has been rattled. I'm not touching you, mate. Jog on, mate. Go away. They, them has been rattled.
Nazi scum!
Trans flag is on me. Mate, go away.
Scum!
Someone has been arrested. Whoa, it's been... Mate, get off.
Don't touch my stick, yeah?
Don't come near me, then.
Don't touch my stick, yeah? Don't touch my stick and I'll come get my common harvester.
Nazi scum!
What are you doing, mate?
He brought a drum. This guy brought a fucking... He brought a drum. He brought a drum. Yeah, I don't think it's that kind of protest. Definitely smokes the ganja, him and all.
Nazi scum!
What are you doing, mate? I couldn't get it on camera, but the grandpa in the checkered shirt kicks me about 5 times. They do that because the police can't see it, so if you
which is assault.
punch back, you're the one who gets arrested.
Yeah.
And this old lady tries to hit me, and suddenly they're all barking. Mate, get off.
Don't touch my stick, yeah?
Don't come near me then.
Nazi scum!
See, he shouldn't be getting assaulted by these cunts just because the police have looked the other way. Like, the police all have cameras. Look, there's a camera here on this one's chest. He should have a camera on. They should have a camera on. They should have a camera on. Any police officer should have a camera on. And that would have been captured. But no. The cameras won't be on. That camera is not on. There's no light here, look. There's no red light. The taxes pay for these fucking things to be used, and they don't use them. Because what it does is it highlights how the police didn't do their job more than what the criminals did. And they don't like it. So they don't fucking use them.
Do it, mate.
Piss off, come on! Piss off!
He was kicking me. I've got on camera.
Yeah. Well, you go. You're a trouble causer.
People have just walked up to Wesley and kicked him, and the old woman punched him, trying to get him to react. And then this guy comes over calling him the troublemaker. Are you serious, guy? Are you fucking serious? If I ever have an army, I wouldn't allow men like him in it. I wouldn't allow men like him to be in any team with me. Like, men who don't tell the truth. Men who are not honest. I can deal with a racist who's honestly racist. I don't like the fact they're racist. But I respect the fact they're at least honest about their racism. If you're going to lie that someone's a troublemaker after someone's just been assaulting them, why can't you just tell the truth? Stop being liars. Stop lying.
There's the trouble, mate. Well, guys, it's kicking off. They, them is on the ground. They, them. Occupied. Where's triggered? Police fans coming in.
I think that's the best line of the video so far. They, them is on the ground. They, them.
Officer, get them back. They're aggressive.
I think you were doing the right thing standing next to the police here, Wes, so that anything could be documented or observed if anything was done to you after being assaulted. That was the right move, mate. If Wesley hadn't have been assaulted here, he wouldn't have done this. He wouldn't have gone towards the danger. He knew that it was safer next to these police officers after he'd been assaulted there than it was walking away from the situation, because they would observe things and the people who would attack him wouldn't do it next to the police officers. So, his actions here have said things that he is yet to say.
Some fucking angry grandpa is kicking me.
See? Actions, my friends, speak louder than words. So he was violently assaulted there. The guy probably kicked him in the back of the leg or the shins or something a few times, you know? Thinking he was funny, trying to provoke him. They probably did it as an orchestrated attack to try and provoke him, to make him out to be the bad guy, because they know they're being seen as the bad guys. So they try and create these scenarios and situations where they can manipulate it and make other people look bad and them look good. But if you have to manipulate yourself to looking good and other people looking bad, you're fucking lying, aren't you? You're fucking lying. You're faking it. So, you're wrong.
Lay them on the ground.
Forward! Nick! Push them forward!
Get them back. They are going back that way. Send them back. Send them back. Lay them is on the ground. For assault.
Need to head into the office.
They, them is on the ground.
Did you see what happened?
No, she did nothing.
So guys, they are getting very, very angry. They are very aggressive, these people. Look at them all. Look at them all. They, them, is getting this up.
No, go on,
I'm not with them. Okay. Whoa, things are getting thrown at the police. Very, very violent bottles. Guys, a glass bottle has just been thrown at the...
I think it was plastic, to be fair. Wait there.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's plastic, but in the heat of the moment, he might not have known that, to be fair.
Oh, things are
I wouldn't have been noticing this if it was glass or
getting
not.
thrown at the police. Very, very violent bottles. Guys, a glass bottle.
You got to remember, Wesley at this point is still a bit concerned because he got kicked and he's literally been violently assaulted only a few minutes ago. So he's kind of thinking of that. I'm not trying to, entirely defend him. He was wrong. It was a plastic bottle, not a glass one. But the reason for that is because he's more concerned about his safety right now than getting his words 100% accurate. I know, because I do the same thing. Sometimes when I'm in that sort of situation, I'm more focused on other things. So I'll I might get a word wrong here or there. It's not intentional. It's just, yeah, it is what it is.
Has just been thrown, very aggressive. These people are not normal people. They, them is on the floor. Yeah, they assaulted him. They assaulted Triggered. Criminal damage officer. I'm a witness, geezer. What happened with...
Oh, shouldn't he be protecting the bald guy? Or like training for a fitness exam?
I've got that record. Wesley, have you got a record?
Know the law, mate. Know the law. So, guys, we were just walking, as you saw, very, very aggressive. They're throwing bottles now. Triggered over here had his camera snatched out of him by an orc. They, them.
An orc.
Who's in handcuffs now. And Blue Hair is getting very upset. Apparently it's racist to arrest someone. Oh dear, oh dear. And going into the... they're saying let them go, let them go. They're saying let them go, let them go. This officer. So yeah, in let's get the shot in the van.
You've got to record. Can you move away from the van, please, sir?
I'm a witness of him.
I didn't know. You can move back, please.
Okay, I'll be back,
Thank you.
She is playing like she's falling asleep. She is 1 minute she's trying to attack this man. We're making a criminal report here.
I know you, mate. I know.
And she's pretending to be asleep. So guys, obviously not as chaotic as last time, but nonetheless, we're walking down the street as you saw, trans flag, Palestine flag, and then all of a sudden we get very, very angry. Someone did eventually throw a stick at my camera, knocked the mic out, and you know, I'm still here. I got kicked on the legs, that wasn't on camera, some old geezer thought he was really tough. Clearly hasn't got his pension or something and trying to launch his anger at me. But I'm going to keep the...
No, they were just trying to get you to lower yourself to their level. That's the thing. You got to remember in life, don't lower yourself to their level. They were trying to get him to react so they could make him out to be the bad guy. And the thing is, right, the very fact they did that means subconsciously they know what they're in the wrong and they're trying to make him look bad because he looks bad. So they're trying to literally... Their own brain knows they're wrong, but they consciously are not aware about it, if that makes sense. Because otherwise, they wouldn't need to make him look bad. They would know he already looks bad, and they don't need to do anything. But the fact they try and make him react to get him to look bad means they know they're the bad ones, subconsciously. Even though they consciously don't know it. It's crazy. These people are crazy.
Camera here, so you can see how many things get thrown. So guys, the communists are pushing the officers, as you can see. How do you feel about it? It's very aggressive.
It's disgusting. I've got children, do you know what I mean? I don't let my kids out.
Have you ever seen this on this residential street in your life?
No. This is why...
I thought she was a child.
Like this scum! Scum! Scum fucking are you, mate? Yeah, you! So you fucking looking at me?
So guys, we have the, communists of central London here today who've come...
Oh my God, they're allowed to do that. No one's getting arrested, though, are they? We're getting it. How's the fucking fair in that?
So guys, the locals are here who are put in cages, if you remember earlier on today. They're put in cages.
And they get full...
And this is what is needed. This is what is the result. Officers, 10...
See, all these officers look like they could pass a fitness exam. There's not one of them looks fat or overweight. All of them look like they could pass a fitness exam. I mean, this guy's arm looks like it's fucking the size of my leg, right? So, these officers here are all people who have passed fitness exams. So why were those bellends in blue so fat? Why? They were fat. Why are they fat? How did they pass the fitness exam? How are they police officers?
Of officers are having to barge out loads of protesters. Look at this commotion. We have a gentleman just here trying to leave. We got a guy covering his face over here. You know, they don't mean anything. What are you seeing just in front of our eyes right here?
Yeah. Look, we're fighting. It's them lot, isn't it? Uzo, isn't it, mate?
This is a residential street. I'm sure you've never seen any kind of commotion like this before.
Nothing. That's my...
Imagine seeing this in your street just fucking going down outside your house. Could you imagine? It'd be crazy. Fucking mental. I'd get the popcorn out, mate.
House. I don't want them damaging it.
Right.
I've just come out here to move my cars.
Do you feel threatened by this group?
Yeah, I do. Very threatened. I need to, like, you know, it's unbelievable, look.
Wow.
As long as they go past my house, I'm not bothered. Listen, I am, but what do you think of it, look, really? Was there any trouble up the road earlier with, like, the...
No, there was not.
No, and this is what the trouble is, these lot.
Yes, yeah. They came here for trouble, guys. They didn't get their dopamine in having a little ruckus. I mean... Got triggered. We have triggered just there behind us. I mean, look at the sticks they've left behind. They're absolute rubbish.
Isn't that littering? That's £100 fine. For each person whose stick that was, that's £100 fine. You could get the fingerprints off them fucking sticks probably, or like identify who it was from the cameras of them officers. Do you know what I mean? Why don't?
A woman crying. I won't show on the camera. We have a woman crying to my left. I mean, they come to this area. I mean, look at that, guys. That is a weapon that officers picking up. Wow, what could that? That is very, very dangerous.
It's a baton, and that's not a police baton. That's a civilian baton. They'll have to find out who was carrying that, because they went with intent to harm and carried a weapon. That's a crime. But I bet they don't. I bet they just confiscate it and put it in lost and found.
They've come to an area they're not even from. Very similar to illegal migrants who just leave rubbish everywhere. We have a sign here. Stop scapegoating refugees and migrants. Young struggle and some groups here. Who is going to clean up?
See, this is why the left, the right wing think I'm left wing, because I don't think it's the migrants' fault. I blame the government. I know this problem could be solved like that. I know they could have stopped the boats a year ago like that. 100%. No doubt about it, they could have stopped it. But they don't. So I don't blame the migrants, I blame the people who are allowing it to happen. And that's the government. So the people on the far right think I'm left. And the people on the far left think I'm right wing. Because I offer solutions to the problem. So because I'm trying to solve the problem, or have offered solutions to the problem, I get called a Nazi for that. I've been called a Nazi because I've tried to solve have solved the mass immigration problem for the UK. Been called a Nazi for it. For trying to protect my country from, like, child offenders coming over who shouldn't be here. Like, imagine being called a Nazi for trying to stop pedos. Like, what? What are you on about?
The mess here in Epping. Who's going to clean it up? They've left an absolute mess, mate, in your area. Unbelievable. So, guys, this is really, really shocking.
If you think it might rain...
Okay, so the show goes on. We're still rolling. So, guys, now they're getting almost a rugby scrum back to the Epping train station. They couldn't help themselves, guys. Came at everyone with a trans flag, a Palestine flag, and, you know, they're absolutely, cognitive dissonance, clearly. Very, very angry, as you can tell. We're joined by Triggered. Mate, I was there, saw it, front and centre. You look a bit shaken up. You had a little
bit. I wasn't expecting it. My adrenaline's running quite high.
Yeah, no, you had a huge they-them come up to you. What was that all about?
So I really have no idea. Obviously, me and Wesley were walking. We were recording our content as we usually do. They were shouting far right, Nazi, all these things, which of course we aren't. I'm an unbiased citizen journalist, and they didn't seem to want to listen to that. Anyway, someone came over to me. Tried to pull my microphone off me. I was having to grab it by my elbow to try and keep hold of it. My microphone fell on the floor. The front bit popped out, which obviously it's broken. I've had to push it together, but it's not the same. And now I've had to file a criminal damages charge.
I feel like she tried to rugby tackle you almost to the ground. What was that little scramble all about on the floor?
Well, I was trying to make sure that they didn't take it off me, trying to hold on to it for dear life. My fear was they'd run off with the equipment and I'd never see it again. Yeah. So holding on to it for dear life, and they didn't seem to like that, and that made them try even harder.
Okay, guys. So That's what happens when you try to speak to people on the grounds, guys. The risks are there. Obviously, the police have done a very good job, I like to say. You know, police get a lot of stick.
To be honest, actually, that's one thing I will say. On this time, unlike the last time, the police seem to have done a bang-up job. On this time, they've done a military operation. You guys were coordinated on every step of the way. The arrests were coordinated. The pushback against protest groups when it rose up, the left there, was coordinated. The police's work here has been great. Fantastic. It's a bit of an annoyance that we've got to waste our taxes on this rather than catching criminals, you know, killers, you know, thieves who are robbing shops and raising prices for us all. It's a bit annoying that there's so many police officers have to deal with this issue, but they have dealt with it very well so far. Very well. I can't fault the police here, to be honest, apart from the fat one protecting the bald one. And he was a liaison officer, not an actual officer. So, and then you had the other police officer who was talking about fascists, left or right. Like, didn't seem impartial to me. I don't think that's a word a police officer should be using to describe civilians of Britain, is to call them fascists. In fact, I think he will lose his job for that, to be honest. But the rest of them, phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Especially since last week. But in general, I feel like
phenomenal.
They're just here to facilitate the protest and let everyone protest. But when it comes to this, I think they've done their job so far. Look at this, guys. They're coming up to people's front doors.
Which is trespassing. If your right of access is removed, you're trespassing. They just created 3 far-right guys for the future.
Guys just yelling at someone who's just on their front drive. I mean, they're being so hostile. They're coming into a residential area. They're not even respecting it. They're leaving sticks on the ground and they cause a ruckus. Like, if you're going to do it at the...
A ruckus! Yes, bro, there's another banger. A ruckus.
Hotel, not here. Lovely. She's vomited in someone's front drive. Amazing. Vomited. Beautiful. So.
Oh well, it's better to vomit in a bush than it is right in the middle of the path, to be fair. So it depends where they vomited, but yeah, I'm not gonna have a go at someone for vomiting somewhere.
Oh, even more stuff. So they've left sticks on the ground. They're throwing up it in flower beds.
Yeah, that's all right. It's better to throw up in the flower beds. It gives them some food, you know. That way, the owner doesn't have to clean it up. Really, they can just hit it with a hose or something. I don't know. Fucking.
They're throwing up in flower beds.
Bless her.
Wow, guys, unbelievable.
Bless her.
Could have vomited on her friend. Instead, chose the flower bed.
Could have vomited on her friend. Come on, that's not impartial journalism, boys. I think you must have a problem with the people who are throwing up.
Incredible, guys.
Even the floor might have been a bit hot.
Yeah. Don't know what's happening, guys. People can't do the walk to the station. The protest route is a bit too long for some, and so I have to sit down, get the drink. He's okay.
Oh, there's the overweight officer who was protecting the bald guy for some unknown reason.
We don't want anyone to be sick. Okay.
By the way, he might be a very good man. I'm not being nasty about him. I think he might be a very decent man. He might be a good human being. He might even be a very good father and a good husband, to be honest. But you can't be that overweight and be a police officer. I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry, no. It shouldn't be acceptable in this country. You can't get away with it in the army. You can't get away with it as a fire officer. You can't get away with it as a doctor or paramedic. So you certainly should not be able to get away with it as a police officer. Even if you are just a liaison officer, that shouldn't matter. You should not be allowed to be that overweight. I'm sorry. I know it's offensive. I know people won't like it, but I'm sorry, no, it's not right.
Okay, so there are some guys over here to the left. You'll see them in just a moment, making sure they do leave Epping, as you can tell.
if you'd like to come through.
Go on. So to the station, cheers mate. So guys, you hear all sorts of claims from these people. They'll call you a fascist, they'll call you a Nazi. Thoughts on the protest, mate?
Oh no, not my thoughts, I'm just going to... I do see your TikTok.
Cheers, thank you a lot, mate.
I recognised him from the last one.
Mate. So guys, you hear all sorts of claims from these people. They'll call you a fascist, they'll call you a Nazi. Thoughts on the protest, mate?
He's a big boy, isn't he? He's got to be at least 6'4", 6'6", maybe. Big guy.
Oh no, not my thoughts, I'm just going to... I do see your TikTok.
Cheers, thank you a lot, mate. Quick. So guys, we do have... What's wrong?
You can just fuck off. Yeah, you can fuck off. You can just fuck off.
I'm just saying.
Just fuck off.
Well, that's so very tolerant of them, isn't it?
He's at the back.
I'm just standing here.
You've had enough for now. Off you go.
Mate, sorry. We're going to the station. I'm going to the station.
35.
Okay, but I'm going to...
trying to disperse, walk that way.
I'm going to the station, mate.
10 minutes, walk that way. Otherwise you'll get arrested. Section 35.
So how do I go to the station? How do I go to the station? I'm going this way, mate. Guys, two-tier policing, as you can see, the police are now doing their work based off feelings, not facts.
This is what I don't understand, right? So, in this country, you have the right to protest, yes. But you don't have the right to obstruct other people, and you don't have the right to provoke other people and cause anxiety and stress and things unnecessarily. So, just because you have the right to protest doesn't mean you have the right to protest in front of another protesting group and cause a scene. You can have your allocated zones, and there can be no incidents. You know what I mean? Like, you don't even have to be in the same area. Like, you can have one end of Epping and the other end of Epping. Like, you just don't need to be in the same place. So you just have the right to protest, but not the right to protest in the same place. Does that make sense? The same as these Just Stop Oil protesters. They have the right to protest, but not to obstruct the highways, as it's against the highway code to obstruct the highways. So they should be arrested for obstructing the highways, which is why they started gluing themselves to the road so they couldn't be arrested, right? But the law is the law. So how is it that the police on both occasions here have escorted a left-wing group up to a right-wing group? Incidents have happened. Then they've escorted them away to protect them. And then, treated one protest group different to the other. Does that make sense? Like, it's not impartial. It's 100% not impartial. It's more impartial than it was last time. But one of the officers was calling the British citizens, fascists. Like, does that sound impartial?
Ladies are getting rattled just by my presence.
It's kicking off everywhere now, and if they empty that hotel, it's going to set a
I'm dying for the toilet. I'm sorry. 2 seconds. I will play the video, but I will 2 seconds.
precedent. Let me
Well, you
tell
saw these guys here. They say to go against these hotels is racist and far right. Are you racist and far right for standing up for these hotels in these towns?
I'm a father. I've got daughters and grandchildren. That's what it's mostly about. That's what kicks it off here. You know?
All right, guys, so I won't go any further because obviously the officer spoke to us. He said we have to leave the area just for literally standing behind a couple people. If they say you're a fascist and you're far right and this and that, apparently the police have the authority to just move you along. But I understand they don't want to get them aggravated. But literally, guys, as you saw, just stand.
The thing is, right, people might even think I'm a racist because I'm on the side of the far right in this protest. But that doesn't mean I'm far right, but the left won't see it that way. But at the end of the day, I think my oldest friend in life is a black Canadian guy called Tyler. Big T, actually. He's called Big T. We've been friends since Habbo Hotel, nigh on 25 years, right? I've never met the guy, but we've played online games for a long time. We've known each other for a long time, and we used to talk to each other as kids, you know? Have a laugh around. We created this clan in Habbo Hotel called the United Canadian Mafia, because it was the United Kingdom plus Canada, so United Canadian Mafia, because he's Canadian, right? And now I'm a father with a child and living this life, and now he's a father with a kick-ass car in Canada with children of his own. So, like, how could I... these people who consider me racist, right? How could I be racist if my oldest and longest friend is a black Canadian man called Tyler? How come some of my best friends over the years have been non-white? Like Sohail Mirza, for example. Like, I've had so many good friends who are not white. I love black people. I love brown people and Oriental people, Aboriginal people. You know, I think all humans have a few bad eggs. You know, white people have bad eggs. Black people have some bad eggs. The Chinese, the Japanese, the Koreans. We've all got some bad eggs in our community. And I refuse to believe that just because some people from this race are bad, the rest of them are bad. That's what racism is. Treating someone different on their skin colour. And this has nothing really to do with racism. It's to do with illegal migration, stretching the resources of this country, and there being not enough resources in this country for everything to be going smoothly. Things aren't going well in the UK right now because all things are stretched. Obviously, because the Tories did that, you know, cutting everything and then implementing these rules, that stretched it further. Yes. But that doesn't change the fact that this is the problem and it needs solved. Think about all the money that has been wasted on all the protests for migration when you all could have just implemented my solution and solved it. Just think about that. Think about how many tens of millions of pounds have been wasted over the last year on protests instead of just getting the solution implemented.
Standing there. Don't know how you can get angry just for standing there. And they're getting the trains back to probably nice parts of Kensington, Chelsea, into central London, southwest London. So guys, yeah, everyone is agreeing that the police did do a good job today. So yeah, no one is really against the police. But you saw from the other side, they didn't. They're actually lobbing some bottles at them as they were walking down the street. There was all sorts of rubbish left on the floor.
Monday CRM has the best AI features in the game.
Especially in sales.
Hands down.
So for me, email composition works like magic. You know me, I'm not a great writer, but AI helps me keep it super professional, super engaging, no more embarrassing typos.
So guys, as you can see behind me, you've got a bit of the police operation just here. There's loads and loads of vans here today. No one attempted to go into the Bell Hotel or attack the Bell Hotel. There's still a couple of guys over here outside protesting with their signs. A few of them are dispersing. Still got Protect Our Kids. Even got Spider-Man just down here.
As you've seen with the Bell Hotel, and the wider idea of housing doctors and engineers in hotels is dividing the country. Local communities are pushing back, and protests are now happening almost every week. For now, the Bell Hotel remains open, still awaiting a decision from the Home Office. And I know what you're thinking, what happened to that guy that got hit in the face and lost his teeth? Well, here he is.
I see your teeth are back in. What happened there then?
So he smashed it. They're not teeth. They're implants. Right. So they've broke the implants. So I've literally gorilla glued them in. Like there's no eating with them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got to have them put back in. It's going to cost.
Literally just had to glue it.
Yeah, just glued in. Yeah. So
Jesus.
I hope no one flicks me in the mouth today because they'll come out again. You know.
Are we going to see? Do you think we'll see any like?
I'm really glad he can see the funny side of it. You know, I like that. A good sense of humour is a sign of a very healthy mind. If someone's got a very good sense of humour, you can guarantee they're not mentally unwell. Near enough, anytime. Like that level of sense of humour where you can literally take the piss out of your own teeth falling out. You couldn't be mentally unwell and do that. You know, that takes a very high level of sanity.
Didn't kick off with the police. We see the amount of police that is here. Do you think it's needed?
Yeah, in a way, because after people have watched what they watched the other day, there's going to be some here that want to turn up for that very thing. Okay. And it's not about that for a lot of us. A lot of us, I was filming them.
I'm really happy to see that the police have not been attacked here. Like, there hasn't been, the police vans weren't attacked, the police officers weren't attacked. Like, I know we might not agree with what the police do, right? That's fine. You can disagree with the police and what they do, but show them individually as human beings the respect they deserve for doing that job, right? So although I hate the police myself, because I end up getting tortured because of their negligence, that doesn't mean I think they deserve no respect, okay? The police officers who do this job deserve our respect. And so they should be treated with respect, okay? So don't be throwing things at them. Don't be attacking them, you know. I mean, if one's overweight and he shouldn't be overweight, call him a fat cunt. Fine. That's fine. I think calling a police officer a name isn't the end of the world, you know. Pig or, you know, whatever. That's not really the end of the world. It's not right, but it's not the end of the world. But what I can't stand seeing is like criminal damage to police equipment and vehicles that us taxpayers have to fucking pay for. And it's not even a taxpayer who was doing it. It was some yob who was obviously on benefits, never had a job in his life, is damaging taxpayers' property in front of all taxpayers, and no one was doing a damn thing, just letting it happen. Like, they must have smashed like 20 lights on police vans. And as much as I don't like the police, that is not acceptable. It is not acceptable to vandalise police property because the taxpayers pay for it. Forget the fact they're the police. Forget the fact they're the police. The taxpayers pay for it. It costs us money. Every time you vandalise a police equipment, costs us money.
Just like you, just like I'm doing now.
So yeah, but well done to the police on this occasion. They've done a very good job. I think there's been a bit of impartiality. No, sorry, a lack of impartiality. But I think they've tried to be impartial. They couldn't help on odd occasions not being impartial. And it was maybe accidental, not intentional. So, I don't have a problem with the police's conduct in this protest. The last one was disgusting. Disgusting.
And I don't know about you, but I was threatened with pepper spray. I was repeatedly battered with their shields to move out of the way, and I was like, hold on a minute, we're just filming it.
Yeah.
You know, they've got to understand that even though we don't work for a press company, we are the press. We're the internet press.
Yeah, well, media is definitely changing, yeah.
Our videos matter, you know, because...
That's right, mate. Our videos matter.
Their videos see it from one side, but our videos, we try and see it from both sides.
Yeah.
And that's the issue, man. They're not seeing it from both sides. And the way they manipulate everything, you're right, the way they manipulate everything through the media and everything else is just a joke.
I want to introduce...
I agree with him. It's constantly manipulation of the truth to lie to you. Instead of just telling you the truth, they manipulate it. Like, let me show you, right? So, what the government and the police and people in power do is they say this pen is a lie, okay? This pen is the lie. This paper is the truth, right? So if you get the lie, right, and you wrap it in truth, right, like this, on the surface, when you look at this, now it appears true. It's not until you unravel it and look at the details and, no, it's a lie. Okay? That is what you call a truthful lie. The government do it, GB News does it, BBC does it, ITV do it, Channel 4, Channel 5, Sky News, CNN, every single media company, journalist, newspaper, everyone does it. I mean, I try my very best to not be one-sided. But because I have my own personal beliefs, it is inevitable, eventually, I will accidentally or intentionally distort or misrepresent the truth to try and encourage my own viewpoint, my own beliefs. It's what we do as humans. But accepting that you do that will help you stop you doing it. But denying that you do that will mean you'll do it without thinking, all right? So this has been a 2 hours and 4 minute video. If you've watched for this long, I'll give you a round of applause. Well done, well done. It's been a hell of a long video. Right, thank you very much for watching. It's going to be a summer of discontent in the UK, it seems. Peace. Oh, hail Britannia. Britannia all the way. Y'all come back now, you hear?